Selected 1. August 19th. Here's where your true role starts. Listen, please. There is more to this date than meets the eye. This is not simply another unrecognized moment. There is a supernatural weight to this day, an invisible change, and an awakening that has been silently prepared for you. The amount of things that have brought you to this point may not even be apparent to you. However, it is more than just a passing day. It's the unleashing of destiny. Your life up to this point has just been a rehearsal, a preparation, and a shaping. Now is the time to start playing your true role, the one that was written into your soul's design before you were even born. Everything that happened to you, every obstacle, every odd delay, every unsolved question was planned to get you to this day, this pivotal moment. And it's not a coincidence if you're hearing this. It's because the spiritual world is telling you that you're prepared to take on your actual role, goal, and influence. Stay with me to the finish of this message, Chosen One, because this is impartation rather than merely information. These words are brimming with vitality, and your whole world will start to change if you align yourself with them. You're sending your best wishes into the cosmos when you release them, so write them in the comments. Let them be upbeat. Add the number 99 after letting them fill with light. The final push before the big unfolding, the vibration of completion, is carried by that number. You're doing more than simply typing when you type your desires in 99. You're completing an energy exchange that speeds up manifestations. Together, we energize the cosmos in this way. We fulfill wishes in this way. As you do so, keep in mind that August 19th is not simply a date. It's the start of your actual position. Select one now, similar to this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get started. Much of your life has been covert training, but it has also been a developing tale thus far. While others believe you're being neglected, you were prepared in hidden locations. You've experienced evenings when you weren't the center of attention, when no one applauded you, and when you wondered whether you were even important. However, each and every step, even the painful ones, was molding you into the person you needed to be. Because of the unusual nature of the part you are about to perform, you frequently felt misunderstood. Your apartment wasn't intended to be little or normal, which is why you occasionally felt uncomfortable in every setting you visited. The cosmos was holding out for the ideal moment to bring you into the open. And August 19th is a symbol of that alignment. You see, being a part of someone else's screenplay is not what a true role is all about. It involves entering the script that has been specially written for you, one that is impervious to theft, duplication, or replacement. That explains why so many doors that you previously attempted to enter closed in your face. This explains why some relationships ended even when you wanted them to. This is the reason why certain opportunities seem to have passed you by. It wasn't a rejection. It was rerouting. The cosmos was muttering. Not yet, not here, not with them. It was telling you to stay true to yourself for this very time. You would have given up your true position if you had made a settlement sooner. However, your part is now opening as the stage is cleaned. Choose one, realize this. Blending in with the throng was not your intention. You weren't created to merely get by on normal cycles. You were made to be the embodiment of a calling that wakes, changes, and disturbs. After this day, your mere existence will start to matter more. Even if they are unable to articulate it, others will detect a change in your energy. As soon as you enter a room, the mood changes. Because truth cannot leave things untouched. When you speak, people will feel inspired, convinced, or perhaps uneasy. All of this is a result of your actual role becoming engaged. Take a minute to reflect on the quiet seasons when nothing appeared to move. Those were not punishing seasons. They were getting ready. Someone having a significant role cannot be trusted by the universe unless they have first been put to the test in anonymity. Because of this, you frequently felt as though no one could see you, hear you, or comprehend the inner fire that was burning inside you. However, the most significant years are always the ones that are buried. Strength is developed there. Authenticity is created there. At that point, the theatrical mask is removed, revealing the unvarnished reality. And now that the groundwork has been laid, August 19th is the key that opens the next chapter in your life. There will also be indications, some inconspicuous, others indisputable. A change in how you are perceived by others. Your spirit suddenly realizes that something has changed, even unforeseen chances that appear out of thin air. Be mindful of these changes. They serve as proof that the duty has started. More importantly, though, don't back down once it starts. Never doubt your value or ask yourself if you're capable. You are not being forced into this situation without any preparation. You received silent training for it. You were shaped by the crucible of hardship. When no one applauded for you, you were put to the test. And now you're ready because you persevered, because you didn't give up, because you stood your ground when storms threatened to break you. Your level of responsibility rises at this point. You will be drawn to perform at a greater level because your soul feels its time, not because anybody else asks you to. You'll discover that you can no longer put up with distractions the way you once could. Some of your behaviors will seem weighty and unnatural. Some settings will no longer be suitable. Some people will show themselves to be out of step with your goals. Even though it could hurt first, this is just evidence that the previous chapter is coming to an end. You need to be lighter, more focused, and more committed to your true position. And you'll discover that you're not losing even when things start to slide away. They're aligning you. Selected one. Consider August 19th to be a crowning of the soul. You don't become someone else all of a sudden. You continue to be more of who you were before. The mask falls off. Clarity settles in when the uncertainty subsides. Why me? The very questions that troubled you. Why this place? Why this road will start to be addressed through unfolding experiences rather than words. It is not you who seeks your job. It happens organically when the moment is appropriate. And the moment is now. For this reason, I implore you to live fully in the present and the days ahead. Stay positive. Use your energies with purpose. Your words now hold greater weight, so don't squander them. Even if you can't see it now, your impact is growing, so don't doubt it. No one else has the role you play, so don't compare yourself to others. You are taking on a task so special that without you, the world will be missing a song, a light, or an incomparable gift. That's your level of importance. Your actual duty thus starts right now. Selected one. When you start playing your true role, things don't only change for you. You are completely changed by that. Your inner world will feel different, as if a new atmosphere has settled inside of you. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be with you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the world's fleeting concerns. As the Holy Bible says, everything done in faith will be rewarded by God's abundant blessings. Luke 6 verse 38, like that mighty oak tree, our roots are deeply anchored in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stance we hold is secured by His power. And now, you have the opportunity to be a part of this blessing. When you click the Super Thanks button and make a $100 donation, this act will return to you 100-fold. Because of the change in your perspective, the ideas you formerly struggled with will start to lose their force. You will no longer be intimidated by things that used to scare you, since taking on your position gives you a boost of confidence that comes from alignment rather than ego. It's awareness, not arrogance. A realization that you are at last living your life in accordance with its intended rhythm. And every choice you make, every statement you make, and every action you perform will reflect this knowledge. In actuality, a lot of people have been unwittingly waiting for you to take on this position. Your emergence is connected to lives. People who, because you dared to be real, will cross your way at the perfect moment. They may not even be aware that they were anticipating your arrival. However, people will sense the change once you appear in the entirety of your role. For the first time in years, some people may experience hope. Others will experience a rekindled light inside themselves that they previously believed had vanished. Additionally, some people may oppose your light because they perceive it as a danger. However, even their opposition will attest to the truth of your vocation. Because darkness cannot stay neutral when light enters it. It can't ignore, so it either runs away or attacks. As you advance into this position, you need to comprehend a fundamental concept. You have gained insight from your trip thus far that no one else can match. The hurt, the bewilderment, the shut doors. It's all been your classroom. You're not simply dreaming when you start this season. You're coming in with wounds that have become teaching moments. You will be guided, kept humble, and reminded of the weight of your burdens by those teachings. You won't take a naive approach to this position. You will approach it as someone who has been molded by fire, who recognizes the need of tenacity, and who knows that glory without hardship is fleeting. August 19th is the selected date. Doesn't have a finish line. It's a place to start. It marks the start of a journey that will require your discipline, fortitude, and attention to detail. As a result, you can have a sense of urgency that has never been experienced before. It's not nervousness. It's heavenly momentum. The want to act, to move, to stop delaying what has been rising in your spirit is the tug of destiny. You could experience a surge of ideas, clarity on decisions you've been afraid to make, and a fresh motivation to take action where you previously put things off. Because these urges are not random, pay attention to them. They are cues to go ahead from the higher plan. Additionally, you will notice that the incorrect doors will start to close more forcefully. Things that used to put up with your hesitancy will no longer accommodate you. Once tolerable surroundings will start to smother you. This isn't being harsh. This serves as protection. The universe is ensuring that you stay on the course of your duty. What is fading away is merely being eliminated to make room for what is meant for you. So don't hold on to it. The new will not come as soon if you cling too much to the old. Since what leaves was never a part of your actual stage, you must release with faith. This position entails visibility, and accountability comes with visibility. You can find that more people are observing you and talking about you, some with jealousy and some with adoration. Don't let either divert you. If praise boosts your ego rather than bringing your objective to a solid foundation, it may be just as harmful as criticism. Your job is to complete the assignment, not to win over the crowd. You need to firmly believe that your function transcends viewpoints. Your obligation is the same whether they adore you or don't comprehend you. To walk in sincerity, to be the light, and to make the difference you were meant to make. Additionally, your intuition will become more acute. You will have a deeper sense of intuition, more discernible direction, and the ability to tell whether something is in alignment without more explanation. The improvement that comes with taking up your duty includes this. You cannot be elevated by the cosmos unless you are also equipped. You're not going to stroll aimlessly. You'll be led. Listen to the nudges, the whispers, and the emotions that keep coming back to you. They aren't made up. Navigation is what they are. Even if they don't make sense in the natural world, you should trust them. Your role doesn't make sense. It has a spiritual component. It also follows higher laws. Selected one. This is the beginning of a season that will amaze you with its rapidity. Things that used to linger on will now go swiftly. It will be easy to open doors that have been locked for years. You'll be presented with opportunities you never would have imagined. Furthermore, it won't be due to luck or coincidence. It will be as a result of your role being active. Everything associated with a role aligns when it activates. Events, timing, relationships, and resources all work together to advance you. Don't question yourself in order to withstand this acceleration. Even if your legs shake, walk with courage. Once you truly commit to the job, it will carry you. But keep this in mind as well. You must grow out of the previous version of yourself in order to start playing your true role. Certain attitudes are untranslatable. You have to put certain concerns to rest. You have to keep certain doubts to yourself. You can no longer play little because it denigrates the grandeur that has been put within you. Your position demands constancy. Therefore, you cannot keep engaging in self-defeating patterns furthermore. There will never be ideal circumstances. Therefore, you cannot wait for them to arise. The duty starts when everything aligns spiritually rather than when everything seems perfect. And we already have that alignment. Selected one. For this reason, you experience both anticipation and excitement simultaneously. It's the conflict between grandeur and accountability. It's the knowledge that you are entering a challenging yet lovely realm. Don't be afraid of the weight. It's not supposed to break you. It's supposed to ground you. The foundation needed increases with the size of the position. And since you persevered through the hardships that others did not witness, you have that foundation. Silently, you passed the exams. When it appeared simpler to compromise, you opted for integrity. When it appeared reasonable to give up, you persisted. As a result, you have been given the role that was previously exclusively assigned to you. Now is your time to shine. For all the lives your position will impact, not just your own. When you completely embrace it, you'll discover that impact, not accolades, is what brings fulfillment. It won't matter how many people cheer you on. What matters is how many lives you changed by taking the risk to play your role. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thanks button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but also the souls of many others through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's great design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Take action now. Share your blessings to exalt His kingdom, for you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. And August 19th really represents that selected one, the day your actual role starts, when your untapped potential comes to fruition. And then your existence starts to have an impact on the world in ways that it cannot ignore. You will realize that life will no longer permit you to live halfway when your true duty begins, chosen one. This is the time of year when people hide, shrink, and wonder if they are important. The season is over. August 19th was a directive as well as a threshold, a spiritual command that invites you to become entire. You cannot return to acting like you are normal after this edict has been uttered into the environment. Something within you won't go back to the dark. The world does not release you into your position just to have you retreat. So no matter how much you attempt to quiet it, the urge will only get stronger. When the time comes, fate doesn't bargain. You were born for this. Perfection is not your true duty. Authenticity is the key. To enter it, you don't need to become perfect. All you have to do is become yourself, authentic to your voice, authentic to your mission, authentic to the most profound calling that has been whispered to you from your early years. What is currently here doesn't need to be duplicated. The original light you carry is required. This explains why you previously encountered resistance while attempting to conform to non-your molds. Diluting yourself for the comfort of others was never your intention. That's why every time you made a compromise, suffering followed. Because of this, even achievement might feel meaningless if it isn't in line with your true self. However, now that the alignment has occurred, authenticity will be the driving force behind your progress. You will discover how effectively it disarms others around you as you embrace this genuineness. Some people will be attracted to you right away because they feel that you're not involved. You're a living one. In a society that is hooked to masks, they will respect the bravery required to just be themselves. However, some others will also be angry with you for the same reason. Because pretension is exposed by genuineness. Shadows will be exposed by your light just by existing, not by trying. As you take on your true position, you'll see that some people turn away from you. Not because you did anything bad, but rather because your development forces them to face their own stagnation. Don't lament their leaving. Give them up. Every job has a target audience, and those who are unable to accompany you into this phase of life were never intended to be there. Clarity is going to be one of the biggest changes you go through today. The confusion will start to fade. Where fog used to exist, you'll start to feel less affected by questions that have been bothering you. You won't have all the answers right away, but you will feel more focused and in control. You'll awaken with a mission. Distractions that once took up your time will seem helpless in comparison to you. You will be aware of what is important and what is not, and that clarity will free up your energy so you can concentrate on creating, growing, and constructing in ways you never would have imagined. This is the result of taking on your position and releasing responsibilities that you never had to bear. Don't misinterpret, though. Life does not become easy just because you take on your duty. It implies that life takes on significance. You will still have challenges, but you will overcome them. Even if obstacles will still arise, you won't let them stop you. Challenges will actually feel different now. They will now rebuild you where they once broke you. They will now feel like confirmation where they previously seemed like resistance. Because the resistance increases with the job. That resistance, however, is only evidence of your progress. Opposition demonstrates the existence of momentum, much like storms demonstrate the presence of powerful winds. Do not be afraid of it. Allow it to polish you. Allow it to hone your skills, and let it to serve as a reminder that you are following the tide of destiny. If you're chosen, you'll also need to get ready for more responsibilities. Your role carries a serious amount of impact. It is heavy, whether they say it out or not. People will start to turn to you for direction. Your constancy will motivate more people than your triumphs, and your deeds will speak louder than your words. You must thus take great care to protect your honesty. Avoid taking quick cuts at the expense of quality. Never exchange it for approval. When the winds of attention start to blow, your role remains steady because of your integrity. The role devolves into performance without it. However, it turns the role into a legacy. And you're not asked to perform, chosen one. You have been called to make a lasting impression. Additionally, the change you are making will inspire innovation. Once buried behind uncertainty or fear, ideas will suddenly come to you. You will come up with solutions for issues you never believed you could resolve. Opportunities for innovation, construction, and creation will present themselves, and they won't be arbitrary. They have something to do with your task. Without a reason, the cosmos does not unleash creativity. These sparks are the blueprints for the next phase of your life, so pay attention to them. Many will surface while you are still and paying attention, while others may arise in discussions or as dreams. Maintain a journal. Put them in writing. These are not passing ideas. They are instructions for the future, heavenly downloads. Your relationships will accelerate as a result of your job. You'll run across people you never thought you'd meet. Relationships will unlock doors you never knew were possible. Furthermore, these linkages won't just happen. They'll line up. The proper people will see how valuable you are. They'll notice what others missed. They will confirm what you already knew deep inside, but occasionally they may question it. Don't ignore these relationships. Keep them safe, take care of them, and recognize them. Each person who enters your life during this season contributes to the development of your role, although not all of them are intended to be there permanently. While some will be lifetime allies, others may just be bridges for a short time. Have faith in your ability to discern. However, you will still need to be alone as your job grows. Being elevated does not entail being surrounded all the time. Actually, the higher you go, the more purposeful your seclusion needs to be. Stillness always gives birth to great insight. Now is the perfect time to click the Super Thanks button on YouTube and share God's blessings. You can contribute to His plan and become a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you multiplied beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessings are with you in every step you take and every donation you make. You become part of His divine plan. You are a powerful, radiant being, unshakable like His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with His confidence and courage. Be blessed, and may the Lord's light guide your way. You will need time to refuel, refocus, and remind yourself that your function is supported by spiritual power rather than by public acclaim. Keep these times close at hand. When necessary, move aside. When you feel down, turn off the noise. Because your power lies in silence, even though your duty is for the world. Selected one, you won't just transform when you take on your true job. Generations will be affected. Your current decisions will create a legacy that will last beyond your lifetime. People will look back and see that when you accepted who you really were, everything changed. You'll interrupt cycles. Others in your family won't be able to access the opportunities you will. Along with the prestige of leaving a blueprint for others who come after, you will bear the burden of being first in some places. That is how big your role is. It is larger than it is now. It is larger than you. It has to do with divine order, heritage, and destiny. Selected one, You need to realize that the stage is about more than just what you will do now that you are acting in your true role. It's also about what you will become. It's more than just a call to action. It is an identity makeover. The self who questioned, doubted, and pleaded for permission to exist is no longer you. You are now assuming a position of authority, presence, and unquestionable purpose. There is more to this change than meets the eye. It is lasting, profound, and spiritual. Even if they are unable to articulate it, the individuals who previously disregarded you will start to notice a change in your aura. The weight of your presence will be felt by them. They'll notice how steady your eyes are. They will realize that since fate itself has already validated you, you are no longer looking for approval. You will start to realize the real reason you were concealed for so long as your role develops. Your years of concealment were not in vain. They served as the incubator for preparation. The basis of your true power was laid in quiet. The weight appeared to teach you patience. Life's constant challenges taught you to be resilient. When treachery attempted to shatter you, you discovered how to be resilient. Because the weight of the position you now play cannot be supported by a weak foundation, every lesson developed in that secret location was essential. Because of this, you frequently thought that everyone else was making more progress than you were. No, it wasn't slower. It was more profound. And now, because your roots are deep, storms won't shake the growth that comes up. But be aware that taking up your job entails exposure as well. Exposed to greater levels of accountability as well as resistance. When you take on your assignment, some individuals won't be happy. The fact that you are now driving in a lane they cannot control will make them feel intimidated. Save your energy and stop attempting to explain yourself to them. Not everyone will comprehend your function. You're supposed to embody it. And your biggest affirmations will frequently come from opposition rather than praise. The fact that you encounter resistance is evidence that you are headed in the correct direction. Darkness will always be disturbed by light, and advancement will always arouse jealousy. Don't let it stop you. Don't let the noise distract you from the task at hand. Elevation and discernment go hand in hand with your job. You'll start to perceive motivations more clearly. Even if words may seem nice, your soul will be able to tell when they are not. Offers may appear alluring, but you will sense their hollowness. One of your best defenses is this. You will be better protected by discernment than by reasoning, so pay heed to it. People will want to identify with your path as you advance. Some out of self-interest, some out of true harmony. You can distinguish the two with the use of discernment. It will help you separate yourself from those who are only interested in taking advantage of you and welcome those that are genuinely for you. Selected 1. Taking on your true job will also include making an influence that extends beyond your immediate horizon. There are instances when you won't even be aware of the lives you're influencing. You cannot measure the impact that a single word, gesture, or choice you make will have on other people's life. The tales of those whose hearts are aroused because you took on your position might never be told to you. But destiny's beauty lies in that. It grows inaudibly. Places you may never see will undergo transformation as a result of your obedience to walk in your mission. Others will be inspired to rise if you have the guts to do it. Your role creates a legacy in this way. It sows seeds that grow beyond your vision. Don't be shocked if unexpected new avenues start to appear. Opportunities are drawn to sincerity, which is why your job is a magnet for them. The doors that you used to knock on without getting a response will now open effortlessly. It's not luck, it's alignment. You don't have to force what is meant for you when you're living out your actual position. It moves, it lines up. Though it is only the outcome of divine order, it comes together in ways that seem extraordinary. Things that were inconceivable now start to seem inevitable. And you, the selected one, will discover that you can now enter places you could only imagine. Because they were always waiting for you to show up in your entirety, not because you chased them. But keep in mind that every height needs to be adjusted. Old habits cannot be carried into new seasons. Old patterns cannot be used on new levels. You will need to be disciplined in your position. Self-control over your thoughts, time, and attention. Your spirit will want for alignment, making the diversions that formerly took up hours of your life intolerable. Keep your energy safe. Be mindful of your time. Use your words with purpose. A sharper version of yourself is required for your position. It's because brilliance demands refining, not because you're lacking. Now, every decision counts. Every choice has consequences, and you'll see how fast things move forward once you start operating with that knowledge. Don't let the grandeur of your role scare you, chosen one. Even though you might feel unprepared, you are not the only one. The same energy that drew you to your task is also the one that will keep you going. It is not expected of you to bear this alone. Sometimes you may receive help from others, and other times you will experience an unexpected surge of supernatural strength. When you look back, you'll see that something bigger got you through the times you felt you couldn't. That's how alignment works. It empowers, supports, and equips. You just have to be true to your position, and everything else will work behind you. You will also learn a new form of humility during this time in your life. The sort that recognizes the importance of the calling without taking pride in it, not the kind that shrinks. You'll realize that what you're carrying is unusual, but you'll also realize it's not for your pride. It's for effect. When success attempts to push you over the edge, this humility will keep you rooted. It will serve as a reminder that your job is to serve with what only you have to offer, not to be better than others. Your power is found in your humility, since pride ruins destiny while humility enhances it. August 19th, the day that was chosen, was more than just a date on the calendar. The end of the concealed tale and the start of the visible task were spiritual cues. You're not lost anymore. You're no longer silently getting ready. You are living authentically as who you really are. Additionally, every action you do in this job will validate what you already know deep inside. This is what you were meant for, what you were prepared for, and what you were chosen for. It cannot be erased by opposition. It can definitely be canceled. It cannot be stopped by delay. It's time for you to completely embrace the role that you have been given. Selected one, a part of you that has been waiting in quiet for years must be awakened in order to step into your true role. It's the discovery of your inner self, the you who was always aware that there was more. Dreams too huge for the spaces you were in were constantly carried by that. Now that self is coming up, and it is ascending with might. It will seem like life is starting to stretch and grow to fit around you rather than you attempting to fit into it anymore. When fate finally yells your name out, this is what occurs. It alters the environment around you in addition to what you do. Your existence has changed, and the world starts to adapt. A new degree of independence and responsibility go hand in hand with this job. You'll start to see how much fear influences your history. Fear of not being good enough, fear of failing, and fear of being judged. However, those anxieties begin to fade as you assume your function.